Well met. Does that make you the Arisen? Be at ease. I bear you no ill will. My name... Come, let me buy you a drink. We've much to discuss.
Say, have you heard? They finally caught the fiend behind those ox cart raids.
Aye, they caught someone. But word is he's just an underling. Seems the true ringleader gave him the slip. Captain Benjamin's all bent up over it. Tell is, he's still interrogating the lad, trying to get all he can out of him about the Coral Snake's operations. Wants to make a clean job of it, like...
Well, here's hoping it puts those snakes to rout for the welfare of this city and our stomachs. This might be worth a read.
They say Captain...
This tavern is open to travelers, aye, even pawns, so long as they've coined for their ale.
You may encounter the coral snakes you want to watch out for. Tell is, they've a hideout somewhere on the city. Unlike monsters, they're...
The people of Battahl view pawns with great prejudice. They're even forbidden from setting foot in the capital. Her Majesty, Empress Nadinia, has long been troubled by this custom, but a practice so ancient isn't easily overturned. Many are unhappy about the existence of this tavern, even though it lies outside the capital, simply because it was established as a place for pawns to gather. I know not what manner of person you are, but if you would aid me in my efforts to make the people of Battahl more accepting of pawns, I would be glad to offer you a residence permit. 'Tis a bargain more than fair, for those who hold such permits may remain in Battahl without having their activities questioned. What say you? Glad I am to hear it. Take this then. Simply show it to one of the sentries and you'll be granted entry to the capital. Oh, and if you encounter any troubled Battahli along the way, I bid you... They are harsh in their persecution of the pawns, but were they to be a simple plan, I know, but 'tis the only one available. Will succeed.
Why, peruse at your leisure, sir. Always a pleasure.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go. Got any tales to...
Good day to you.
Ho there! Faring all right?
All knowledge of this, God's way, stems from the forbidden magic research laboratory, which can be found here in Battahl. However, you would do well to first travel to the Alta Battahl coast and seek a man named Ambrosi. For as a researcher of this laboratory, he will doubtless be able to answer many of your questions.
Ready your purses.
Say, have you seen any statues about? Solid stone tell is. Quite a number of them were found not long ago, just west of... Here's the curious part, though. The things look damn near real. So real, in fact, that collectors were willing to pay outlandish sums of would that I'd gotten my hands on one. Suppose I'll just have to hope there are more of them out there somewhere.
Well met, sir. Welcome and well met. As a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate, we offer excellent service at a fair price. Always a pleasure. Well met, sir.
By and large, the people of Battahl seem to adore their benevolent empress. This is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it.
You're not the sort. Nomads, wanderers, call them around if you want. But be sure to... I ought. My services don't come cheap, mind. You're welcome.
If e'er you stumble across them in... If you're looking to apprentice...
Can't put a price on quality. I'm not interested.
If e'er you stumble across some interesting materials, don't be stingy. Bring 'em here and I'll try my hand.
Ahoy! Looking to change your... No need to overthink it. You can change it on... A whim. You've naught to lose. Well, got any findings to... Yeah. Many thanks.
Greetings, Sir Arisen. I have a message for you. Sir Menella would speak with you in the palace. Pray seek her out at your earliest convenience.
What? You...
Those who lose their lives on Battahl soil are brought here. I am here to serve. If you require my aid, you have but to ask. You are always welcome to return.
A solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these if 'tis to be of use.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
I'm going...
What do you want? Beg pardon, sir.
Me? I sell Now, this hardly bears saying, but don't you dare try to take anything without paying for it first. First. Many thanks.
A customer, then. That changes things.
Wish I had someone to talk to.
Me? Now, this hardly bears. But don't you...
This looks as good a place as any.
You there. Have you a home in Battahl? If not, well,
look no further. As it so happens, I've one to sell. Now, I've noticed you tend to travel with pawns. So I thought you might prefer a home of your own to stay at, rather than a crowded inn. Well, what say you? Not feeling so keen, are you?
Huh? What in the... Where did you come from? Did Clark send you? Oh no, he did, didn't he? I'm sorry. I'm really, truly very sorry. I haven't slept a wink, I swear it. Well, I suppose I might have fallen asleep once or twice, but I simply haven't been able to devise any good ideas. While I am glad that the old man appreciated my talents enough to commission me, it doesn't change the facts. I can only depict subjects that I've seen with my own two eyes, which makes things rather difficult, given the task at hand. Say, you appear a rather strapping sort. Would you be persuaded to bring me to a Griffin? 'Twill be well worth any trouble. Clark shall pay handsomely to see this done. I've heard aught of a Griffin's nesting place. Do keep in mind, however, that you must needs drag the battle out if I am to complete my sketch. Of course, I could look as long as I pleased if you were to petrify the beast. Indeed, a beast frozen in place would be much more easily drawn. 'Tis said that a famed sculptor of Eld used a Medusa's severed head to petrify her subjects before sketching them. Of course, I wouldn't presume to demand aught so legendary of you, Arisen. I only ask that you aid me in completing my sketch as best as you are able. Then I shall depart at once. Pray, meet me at the foot of the Guerco mountain range, east of the rest town.
Ah, yes. You're the one who aided us in storming the Coral Snake's hideout. I've been questioning Hugo, the bandit we took into custody, but he refuses to answer any of my questions. In fact, he's hardly said a word. The lad's been sent back to his cell for now, but perhaps I could trouble you to talk with him. I seem to recall that he recognized you. Are you acquainted?
What you need.
I've just had a thought. The pain I experienced at the coronation was beyond imagining. We must needs uncover this secret power that allows for the command of pawns.
We found a chest. Let us examine what it has to offer.
By and large, the people of Battahl seem to adore their benevolent empress.
Methinks it comes of their mutual devotion. Her Majesty offers up a prayer alongside her people every single day.
Vermund's people bear no such love for their Queen Regent. Though, of course, they have their reasons.
So you're the one Benjamin sent to get the whelp to talk, eh? Well, go on then. Don't dawdle, and...
It seems we must part ways for the time being.
What are you here for, huh? Come to give me your pity? Or just have a laugh? I'll not suffer either. Piss off.
Ort's got the whelp's tongue, as per usual. I would have thought he'd be glad to start spilling secrets. The leader of the coral snakes left him for dead, didn't he? Not sure what's keeping him quiet, but 'twould only be to his benefit were he to tell us all he knows.
Oi, enough talk. You've a prisoner to watch.
Yes, sir. Apologies, sir.
Just piss off.
I don't see the point in questioning the lad, if I'm honest. He might have been part of the coral snakes, but if he was only being used, he's not. Of course, that's not to say he ought to be released. He'll be spending a few long years in that cell, I'd wager. I'm a tad preoccupied just then. If that whelp, and 'tisn't at all pleasant to watch an... I can't solve all your problems.
What I can do for you?
So you're the one, Benjamin. Well, go on then.
I ain't interested in talking. Understand?
Perhaps this theorem will provide some insight.
What might you need?
Should I trace life to its source, what might I find?
What was the missive that just arrived?
Oh, you know. The usual. From Vermund, bound straight for the archives. Not to be opened.
Another one? What is the director up to? Well, never mind that. Did we get any other deliveries today, perchance?
Surely you're not expecting another one of your love letters. Why, just the other day, you were warned not to use this address for personal correspondence. You really mustn't be so imprudent. Need I remind you that if word of our activities here was to get out, we could be shut down.
Yes, yes, I'm well aware of that, thank you. Now come, enough gossiping. We've worked...
This inspires naught but misgivings.
Why is Vermund funding our research? What do they have to gain from it? I don't know. Truth be told, I've ne'er asked. But I heard a rumor that 'tis all part of a plot to put the prince, though I suppose he's the regent-kin o'er there, on the throne. What? Where did you hear that rubbish? 'Tis only what I heard, but you're quite right. It doesn't make much sense. I suppose 'tis a rumor best ignored, after all.
I do wonder what the director's plotting, but...
Well met, Sir Arisen. Let us dispense with pleasantries and cut to the heart of the matter. Some days ago, a fiend attacked Empress Nadinia during her supplications. Her Majesty was unharmed, but the would-be assassin fled, gifting me a wounded arm in the process. He may seek to strike again, yet I fear I am not fit to guard the Empress as I am. And so I turn to you, Sir Arisen. Will you catch this villain in my stead? My deepest thanks. Her Majesty will next begin her supplications in Flamebearer Palace. I would use this opportunity to lure her assassin from the shadows. Empress Nadinia's life is in your hands, Sir Arisen.
This is no good. Can't let myself get distracted.
Well met. I can see you're accustomed to a heavy... Say, you wouldn't be looking to buy aught, would you? Victuals, sweetmeats, tonics? None of those strike your fancy? Then what say you to some new liquor? That perks your ears up, eh? Tell you what, I'll even sell it to you for cheap. Assuming I can count on your continued pay. This stuff isn't easy to come by. And mine's the finest tasting for leagues about. Pleasure doing business with you. Would you look at that? I'm near out of stock.
Beg pardon, sir, but you wouldn't happen to be Battahl, would you? You're not? Oh, thank goodness. I've a favour to beg, and I dare say I oughtn't ask it of anyone but a fellow Vermundian. This letter must reach the hands of a man called Ernesto. I've heard tell he's stationed on Volcanic Island, but the road in that direction appears to have been blocked off. 'Twould seem another route lies to the south, only it is plagued by monsters, and I dare not brave it myself. But you seem the capable sort. A soldier, I dare say. Pray aid me in this matter, sir. I should not ask such an ordeal.
We ought see this to its destination.
My offer still stands. Would you like to purchase a dwelling of your own? A wise decision, sir. Do be sure to read over the deed. Here you are, dear.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for... I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust. It seems we must part ways for the time being.
And who might?
Sir Arisen, you've come just in time. Sir Ermhild, 'tis my pleasure to present to you the good Arisen, come to aid us in apprehending the brigand who would threaten Her Majesty's life.
Well met. Your assistance is most welcome. Without our Empress to guide us, Battahl has no future. Her Majesty cannot be allowed to come to harm.
Indeed. We are well glad of your aid. May it prove unnecessary. Ere Her Majesty's supplications begin, I shall give you a description of our target. Pray seize the rogue should you espy him. We would, however, prefer that this affair be kept quiet. Be not reckless in your decision, lest you apprehend the innocent. Empress Nadinia shall commence her prayers any moment now. I would ask that you safeguard her with your life, should it...
O lambent flame, we offer thee these words of...
Good day to you. Have you seen the Empress's dance? She performs it. The event bears some grand. Her Majesty's grace is...
What say you? Fancy a spot of colour?
What's your problem?
We ask that all be spared the horrors of the fell dragon.
Who are ye supposed to be? Fie. Are they onto me? Ah, sod it!
Apprehend him at once! That man there is the assassin. Nicely done, Sir Arisen. Let us inform Sir Ermhild of what has transpired.
Oh, Your Majesty. Full glad am I to see you unharmed.
The brigand has been captured. The chaos of the past few days ought to be behind us now. We owe this outcome to you, Sir Arisen. You cannot know the depth of my gratitude.
Ah, yes, of course. Battahl is in your debt, Sir Arisen. The same is true of you, Sir Menella. Your efforts were most admirable, considering your wound. Now that a measure of peace is returned to us, however, you ought to devote yourself to convalescence for a time. You may. The curative hot springs on Volcanic Island are said to be wondrous for healing. Go there to recuperate.
Very well, my lady. I shall leave presently, and return when I am fully recovered.
Grateful are we for your most valiant efforts, Sir Arisen.
I am proud to carry out...
Grateful are we for your...
My sincerest gratitude for protecting the Empress.
I've got nothing for ye.
Sleep. Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
We shall await you here, Master.
Aye, what can I do for— Oh, you want the bandit whelp released, do you? I suppose I could consider it. Aye, being head jailer has its privileges. I could accommodate such a request if I were so inclined. Of course, you'd need to prove your integrity first. I can't go around unlocking cells for just anyone. Aye, you've made your case well. I'll see to it that the request for the lad's release is put through. But you might have to be patient. One cannot rush these things.
My parents were killed by brigands. And I've no doubt I'd have followed them to an early grave if Lanzo hadn't taken me in. He made me a part of the coral snakes. Gave me a home, a life. I wanted to repay him however I could, so I did what he told me. I know it ain't right to steal, but I thought I could use all that gold I filched to help someone. Like, I didn't take it for myself, it was for the poor. I wanted to give people a chance to choose a better path in life, instead of ending up like me. That's why I did the things I did. Understand? And I don't believe for a moment that Lanzo meant what he said to me in the hideout. 'Twas all an act. So if you're waiting for me to talk, cuz, don't hold your breath. That's why I did this, and I don't believe for a
You want a way to release the whelp sooner? Do you realise what you're— Well, there might be a way, only you didn't hear it from me. I've not the authority to promise such a favour, but that doesn't mean no one does. The head jailer, for instance. I reckon he could get the lad his freedom, if you made it worth his while.
Ugh. What are ye doing here? Come to laugh at me, have ye? Suppose it must make ye feel a hero, seeing the man ye caught yourself sitting behind bars. But ye ain't fool enough to think the Empress is safe now I'm in here, are ye? Go on then, and don't come back. What's this? Come for another laugh, have you? Coin's a fine thing. Even in a place like this, it's got its uses. Reckon ye must be touched in the head, giving coin to a would-be murderer just to hear his story. Still, suppose I'm no longer a part of this, so I'll tell ye a little something, as thanks for your generosity, cuz. I got this job by way of the coral snakes. I only did as I was instructed. If you want to know who hired them in the first place, you're best off asking a snake. Lucky for ye, there's one right here in the jail. Ugh.
That's why I did this, and I don't believe for a moment that
No, there's no need to fret. These things take time.
Interested in my wares? Is a welcome sight. Pretty kind to me.
There's a tavern that stocks new liquor, but they only cater to beastrons.
That's where you come in, see?
As a matter of fact, the pain I experienced at the coronation was beyond imagining. We must needs uncover this secret power that allows for the command of pawns.
Oi, what's your problem? Walking about with pawns in tow, I mislike that. You from Vermund? Bet you're as prejudiced as the rest of your lot. Well, got something you want to say, eh? Save it. You're not welcome here. But I've got a heart of gold, me. I'll give you a chance to redeem you. All you've got to do is prove your mettle against these sods. And look, if you're bested, then we'll take all you've got. Put your back into it!
Well now, quite the brawl we're having here. But I must say, these odds are rather craven. Did you leave your honor at the door?
And who are you supposed to be? You a friend of this one?
Nay, I'm a sellsword. Coin is my only ally. 'Tis not my conscience that called me here. No. I simply cannot stomach acts of cowardice. Is there even one among you with the grit for a proper duel, one-on-one?
What'd be in it for us, eh?
The fact that I'd refrain from breaking your jaw. That's not quite the reaction I was hoping for. Mayhap you know not my face. How about my name, then? Raghnall.
Raghnall? You're him? From the Scarlet Rains and the battle for Jeremiah? Well, 'tis clear you're a man best not crossed. But I trust you'll have no complaints so long as there's only one of us. Oi, bring it out!
Where's that reprobate gotten off to? We'll see if you can escape me a second time.
Retreat then. Give the order and I will
I don't believe it. You're a bloody menace, you are. Come on, you lot. We're leaving.
Fine work, that was. Pray, save your thanks. I've no need of it. After all, judging by the skill with which you won that duel just now, I dare say you'd have bested those louts even if I hadn't intervened. I suppose that coward knew he was no match for you in a fair fight, so he had that beast take the beating for him. At any rate, 'tis safe to say you've piqued my interest. I hope our paths cross again someday. Of course, I can't promise I'll be as amicable then. As a sellsword, 'tis my policy to let my employer decide friend from foe. I'm sure you understand. Till next time.
One cannot help but wonder about that Sir Raghnall. Who is he really?
Well now, I'm not sure.
We shall remain here.
Greetings, sir. You're here about the whelp, I presume. But I'm afraid things aren't going as smoothly as I'd hoped. It's my superiors, you see. They understand that there are some extenuating circumstances, but the lad's still a thief. They're not convinced he should be released so soon. Normally, I'd let the matter lie, but methinks I could find the courage to try again with only a little more. What say you, sir? Have you any words? Aye, that's just what I needed to hear. You really must care for the whelp to go so far for him.
I reckon the head jailer could get the lad his freedom. Just remember, you heard naught of this from me.
That's why I did the thing, and I don't believe for a moment.
Listen to this, cuz. With the coin you've been giving me, I'm getting myself moved someplace. Oh, in Vermund, I'll not be locked up in a filthy cage like this. You can count on that.
Ugh.
Might as well gather what we can.
Tis a ballista, Arisen.
It's not how we use this, it's when that counts. I imagine it would be most beneficial in combat.
These have quite a long range.
It's not how we use this, it's when that counts. I imagine it would be most beneficial in combat.
First time venturing this way. I wonder how far it goes.
Let us leave no path unexplored. Venom harpies! Avoid their venomous Firewood is effective against this foe. I shan't let them harm you.
I'll not take that from you.